No, I agree. I mean, look, Tony Yayo, someone who we brought on Vlad TV for the first time in like a decade. You know, you've seen him really get out there and tell his personality and everything else like that. You had him on the Breakfast Club, which I'm sure was, you know, somewhat of a result of his Vlad TV interviews.
Absolutely.
And yeah, and now Tony Yayo is doing his first ever solo show in New York at Sony Hall for the first time in his life because of, you know, the push that we gave him and then you followed up on, and suddenly he's doing his own tours and so forth. Like, yo, I love to see it. I love to see it.
Absolutely. I mean, think about, that's like even something like Verzuz. Verzuz, even though it's not considered hip hop media, that's powerful because these people get on Verzuz and then their streams go up. And then, you know, they get booked for tours. Because all you're showing is that, oh, that person still has an audience, you know? And we live in an industry where people, man, they really not even gonna check for you unless they see that you still got some heat, you know, unless you still got some steam behind you. And I think that's what a lot of these, you know, platforms end up showing folks, like, oh no, that person, there's definitely still an audience for said individual. So, you know, that's literally my only thoughts on that list. Like, you know, what is power? Because power just can't be noise, man. I've made a lot of noise, but there's a difference between noise and having actual influence and power. You know, there's people that'll, you know, they'll bring people on Breakfast Club because Breakfast Club helps to sell books. Breakfast Club can help your podcast numbers jump. Breakfast Club can, you know, have people tune into your TV show. Breakfast Club can have people go out and vote for you. Breakfast Club can have people pull up to your, you know, movie, you know, that first weekend when those box office numbers really count. I'll never forget, you know, Diddy yelling and screaming at me. This is before I even recognized truly, you know, the power, you know, that the platform was commanding. This is when he dropped the Last Train to Paris album. And I gave him Donkey of the Day for that album. Right? I'm like, yo, this shit is shake weight music. You know what I mean? Once again, being an asshole. Because people love that album. Right? But I'm just fucking with him. And he came to the station hot. Like, go out the back door, Charlamagne type shit. And I remember when I finally had a conversation with Diddy about it, asked Sean Prez about it. Sean Prez put us on the phone. And Diddy was like, bro, you can't do that on my first week. He said, I'm a big boy. You know, I can take criticism of the music, but not on my first week when I'm trying to get these first week numbers up. You know, you come out and you know, shit on my project like this, people might not even go check for the project. And that was one of the first times I was like, oh shit, he's right. You know?